Kyle Henderson here, Bama football on YouTube. Two teams have punched their playoff ticket already. Start with Boise State, who defeated UNLV last night by a score of 21-7. When you look at Boise State, 12-1 on the season, do you think that this is a legitimate contender that can win the college football championship? Sound off inside the comment box. Y for yes, N for no inside the comment box. I think we can all agree that Ashton Jeanty, this guy is absolutely phenomenal. Last night, ran for 209 yards and 1 touchdown and 32 carries on the season. What he's done, 344 carries for 2,400 yards, 29 touchdowns. Look, if Travis Hunter doesn't win the Heisman Trophy, Ashton Jeanty certainly should. Overall, when you look to Boise State, 12-1 in the season, I'm all for Cinderella stories, okay? I don't feel that this team is one of the true top 12 teams in college football. Now, that's arguable, right? But this team is going to get a bye in the playoffs into the quarterfinals. How do you feel about that? Their lone loss on the season, I think this also helps them. They only lost to Oregon, who is currently undefeated. Now, this video was cut before the big championship game between Oregon and Penn State. But look at this. Their strength of schedule is 82. 82, all right? Now, game that's just wrapping up right now, Arizona State defeating Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. I think the first thing that we love about Arizona State is Kenny Dillingham. I love the passion. I mean, this guy certainly gets it. He's coaching his alma mater, right? Only 34 years old. Remember, he was the offensive coordinator at Oregon in 2022 and the offensive coordinator at Florida State in 2021. So a younger coach that is certainly on the rise. The Sun Devils absolutely dominated today. I think we all have a great appreciation for Cam Scatterbo, right? This guy is an absolute monster. When I was cutting this video, Arizona State up 45-19. This guy is a bruiser on the season. He's put together a really nice season, 1,400 yards at 215 pounds. You got to tackle him, right? When we look to Arizona State and the overall resume that they have, right? You have a 10-2 team. They are a conference champ of the Big 12, right? Their losses come against Texas Tech, Cincinnati, and when you look to the strength of schedule, again, they only have a strength of schedule of 72. Let me ask you, you watch the games. I'm sure you watched the game last night, Friday night. You watched the game today. Do you feel that Arizona State is a championship contender? Do you feel, if you're an SEC fan, that this team could have beat Vanderbilt, could have beat South Carolina, could have beat Ole Miss this season? Now, look, they played a hell of a football game today on a big stage. But do you think that these teams, whether you look at Boise State or Arizona State, do you think that these two teams could survive a weekly SEC schedule, right? Look, what Kenny Dillingham has done is impressive. What Ashton Jeanty at Boise State has done is impressive, probably more than impressive. But it's against lesser competition. It's against UNLV. It's against Texas Tech. Lane Kiffin, he's been saying it how it is. These conferences, and you know who's been the biggest advocate of this besides Lane Kiffin really is Greg Sankey, the commish of the SEC. He has plain and simple said that these conferences are not created equal, and they're not. The weekly schedule isn't the same. The talent is not the same. And that's what's broken with the college football playoff selection process right now. Will it change? I'm not sure. I think Boise State and Arizona State, to be honest, have had great seasons. And I'm curious to see how they play against tougher competition. And who knows, they might survive those games because, look, these teams can play on a, let's just say this is the only 3 times that they play these type of competitions this season. But on a weekly basis, I don't think that these teams even finish in the top 8 in the SEC. Could be wrong. That's just my opinion. I want to get your feedback inside the comment box. Let me know. Do you think Boise State or Arizona State, two teams that are legitimately in the college football playoffs this year, can win the college football title? I'll be back with another video after Texas and Georgia. And, of course, SMU and Clemson. Kyle Henderson, Bama football on YouTube. Talk soon.